Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to a brand new season of Friday Night RODDCAR live here on YJ Media. As always, here with my co-commentator in the booth. How we doing, Art?
They gave us the greatest show on iRacing again. RODDCAR is back on YJ Media, and we started off with potentially a banger in iRacing Superspeedway.
Yeah, back to the scene of the greatest wreck we've ever witnessed up in the broadcast booth. iRacing Superspeedway here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up your race information for the very first race of Season 32. Here tonight at iRacing Superspeedway, 67 laps. One lap of qualifying to set the grid for that. 55% fuel capacity gives us an estimated fuel run of 15 to 17 laps. A little bit different rules from the last time we were in the tower calling the action. Unlimited green-white checkered, still one fast repair. And let's go ahead and get right into the on-track action as qualifying is underway. Not the most important thing in the world, qualifying at a super speedway. Plenty of opportunities to get positions. It'll be a lot of comers and goers. But if you can start up front, you might as well try.
Yeah, and with the new introduction of a new penalty/foul system, I think we'll see a little more patience from drivers.
Yeah, new this season, an overhauled penalty system in place for Season 32. We'll test it out this season and see if everyone likes it. But the gist of it is fouls reset at the beginning of each season and are charged on a per-race basis. So if you cause multiple incidents in one race, you're only assigned one foul for the entire race. They're broken up into a personal foul and a technical foul, so drawing from basketball, obviously. A personal foul, any incident caused or contributed under green flag conditions which brings out a caution or occurs on the white flag lap or in the final overtime period. A technical foul, any other violation of the RODDCAR rulebook. First two fouls are warnings, then it goes 3 and 4 are point penalties. The fifth foul, you get no points for that race, and a one race suspension. The sixth foul in one season, no points for that race. End of season, and membership in RODDCAR is reviewed as Joe Swanson won't be racing anymore tonight. Let's go ahead and see here. We got these times coming in hot and heavy. Joe Swanson is currently the man on pole. We'll see if that holds. Mark Jorgensen Jr. going second quickest at the moment. Oscar Enriquez slotting into that second position now.
I have a feeling, though, if anyone manages to get 6 fouls as is, like
in a 14
they do kind of deserve.
They're causing a wreck every other race at a minimum. Let's go on board here with Parker White for his one lap of qualifying. Pretty simple. Hold it down as close to the apron as you possibly can. Joe Swanson still the man to beat, 49.862. Oscar Enriquez 28 hundredths of a second off. And as Parker White looks through his final couple of corners here, 3 and 4, barely any movement on the wheel. Looks like a solid lap for the 95 machine. He'll cross the line. And his time of 49.91, good enough for 7th quickest. Only other person out on a lap right now is Jaden Carter. He works through 3 and 4. Timothy J. Moore works down the back straightaway, as does Rod Flag. First across the line will be Jaden Carter of that trio. And the 7 machine crosses the line. Goes 19th fastest. Next up, Timothy J. Moore. Pretty simple, straightforward run. Dash to the line. He'll cross the line. He'll go P2. And last but certainly not least, Rod Flag blasting away in the 10. He'll cross the line. Last man to do so. And good enough for P20. We had 23 qualifiers out of, I believe, the 35, 36 car field.
I count 34.
34, but so I have a late entrant here or there. We'll see, but 34 at the moment, and I guess if they're not already joining, then that would be it. But how about Joe Swanson on pole? Good start to his season.
Yeah, he's had some incidents, some questionable driving. Quick here today. Hopefully he can keep, the truck clean.
Yeah, iRacing Superspeedway, though, one of the harder places to do it. Tremendous netcode pretty much any time we come here. And that's just kind of the nature of the beast of this track. Speeds of 230 plus miles an hour. The internet can't keep up with it. But it'll give it its best shot, so looks like we don't have any late entrances. So 34 drivers here tonight. Couple of new names to our channel. Hunter East will be starting all the way back in 33rd here tonight. Sam Watson, couple of starts. But mostly familiar faces. DJ Smith, another newcomer for us at least. He transferred from the LCQ. He'll start 6th. And last season's champion, Daniel Falkingham, will start P24, first man to not qualify. He won last season's championship, his first, without a win. So incredible consistency, got the job done, and it'll take more of the same this season because it is 14 races with 3 drop weeks, and the man with the most points at the end is your season 32 champion.
Yeah, it's just incredible consistency. We've seen it a couple of times now where we've had drivers who can't really get over that hump of getting a win. Be in contention. Dean Clavitt, he has a win in RODDCAR, but in his championship, challenging seasons, it's just been consistency that had him at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. But in a straight-up point system, you want to maximize your results as best you can. So if you're coming out of turn 4 in second place and you have an opportunity to maybe make that move, it's a little risky. You might think otherwise. Instead,
especially how often we've seen that move and cause a wreck.
Yeah, just get a really good points day. So we'll see the mindset throughout this season of the drivers. Obviously, you want to win if you can, but you got 3 drop weeks in your back pocket. You want to save those as long as you possibly can.
And it also entices that move when it does pay out to win the race. And if you win once, your second win will be even a bigger payout.
Joe Swanson, 6 top 10s in his RODDCAR career, looking for that first win. So he's one of those guys. He'll probably be pretty aggressive at the front of the field, I would imagine. The last time we were here, I was out completely. Wasn't in the cockpit. Wasn't in the booth. Absolute chaos. Dylan Kem won this race. 25 lead changes, 13 leaders. The longest green flag run was the first 8 laps of the race, and then there were 18 cautions after that. 7 of them in the overtime green-white checkered format. So who knows what to expect here at iRacing Superspeedway, but as we come out of turn 4, Art, who's winning the season opener for season 32?
Give me Corey Henry, P15.
Go ahead and give me Tucker Minner, P8. So here we go. Pace truck is off. Long wait is over. And season 32 is underway.
Do we make it to turn 1 before we go through?
Oh, we absolutely do. We'll make it to turn 1.
No, we're 4 wide. We're 4 wide. James Mendez was middle 4.
Wasting no time this season, but through turn 1 for the first time, it is that low line that has the advantage. Joe Swanson with Oscar Enriquez behind him. Timothy J. Moore leading that outside line with help from Mark Jorgensen Jr. Got a couple of trucks squirming in the background trying to get in their preferred lane early on. stay up front for the first lap of the season. See who gets it. That outside line should have some momentum off of turn number 4. It's going to be a dead heat for the first lap led of the season. And it's Timothy J. Moore that'll get it. And that potentially all-important bonus point at the end. A long way from now.
Oh, he had such a run, it shook him up there. Inside line's going to take it back.
And here is Gavin Newton meeting the sandwich right now. Falkingham will tuck back in line. And just as quickly as that outside line showed up, it already dropped back. 3 car lengths behind now. That front 3 on the inside control. With Mo Perry in 3rd. Your biggest mover so far is Colin Forrester in the 023 machine. He's up 10 spots here in the early going.
Falkingham. Oh, we've got cars going.
That is Drew Jawant down pit road doing the Dave Blaney from all those years ago. He'll have the black flag cleared.
But he has no draft in him.
He'll go right to the tail end of the line. And you know what? He'll take that. Let's take a look at what happened. Coming out of turn number 4. A little bit of netcode there. Let's get one more look at it. I think this will tell the story. He'll come up. Didn't hold on the bottom, and he'll netcode off of Parker White. All the way down pit road. He really didn't scrub any speed off.
Yeah, imagine you had 2 trucks going down there. You can maintain. Oh, we've got a wreck. We're already wrecking.
First wreck of the season. Michael P. Frisch. Colin Forrester upside down. Flipping. Before he comes to a rest on all 4s, he should be able to drive it away. Maybe. First caution of the season off of turn number 4, lap 3.
Perry Paints, you can't be doing this.
Oh, Perry got all out of shape entering turn number 3, trying to save it right up in front of Tyler Gary, Corey Henry, and many others involved.
It just looks like him and Oscar and Enriquez take a brutal line going in.
There was nothing anyone else behind could have done. Let's go on board here with Parker White. I think he'll have a good look at this. Trying to get high, but it eventually all washes up. He gets run over from behind. The big loser in all of this, Colin Forrester.
Saying he went from biggest mover to biggest loser?
Into the wall, and that's a heck of a ride right there.
Colin Forrester went, first 5 laps, up 10, back into the pits.
It happens to the best of them, that's for sure. An early wreck out of the way. Matt Spalding will stay out to lead a lap. He'll get a crucial bonus point.
Wait, Matt Spalding? The
Matt Spalding.
He woke up?
He's on time.
He's not living it down. He just knew we'd put on a good show, and he wanted to be here for it.
Absolutely wanted to be a part of it. He's also one of these drivers looking for their first career win. 8 top 10s. No wins yet. And he's trying to save a little bit of fuel.
Is Matt Spalding the Corbin Simmons of Puffer Zone? Had to bring in other people to get a win for his team?
It should be there, Rod. I don't know what happened to it, but it's there now. Your ticker, I think everyone's got one. We did do strenuous testing.
I think maybe he was talking about it for the replay because it was gone.
Huh.
I could be wrong.
Interesting.
Right, if you have a problem, come and let us know. We can fix it live on air. Maybe.
But everybody came into pit except for Matt Spalding, but he got that bonus point, and he'll come down the next lap, so he doesn't want to be the only man that runs out of fuel. Still on pit road from that, Jacob Roth, Mo Perry, Parker White, and Michael P. Frisch. We work lap 6. The pace laps here are atrociously long, but what can you do about it, right?
You're not wrecked. We could do a better job of not bringing out a caution. That would be nice. We don't need repeated incidents here. We could just race clean. We just not throw cautions if they happen.
They have plenty of time before they come back around.
You can get off the track in time.
Got plenty of time to clear the track.
Just don't wreck foreheads.
But with that, though, comes the added benefit. If you are involved in an early crash, you can get all your damage fixed. You should really only lose about a lap or two at most, depending on the severity. Unless you have a blown engine. Mo Perry still has tons of damage on that 54 machine. And that it comes into play, though, if you assume the race is going to be filled with cautions, you can take that risk and get all the damage fixed immediately. But you don't want to go more than 2 or 3 laps down, because new rule in effect as of last season, you can only get 1 lap back at a time. It's no longer unlimited.
I think I'd be willing to take the gamble on getting it all fixed right away. Especially if it's bad.
Here we go. Pace truck is off. Timothy J. Moore, your race leader, chooses the outside. Back to the Geico restart zone, and we're back underway.
Him and that outside line had a considerable lead.
Joe Swanson, already 2 car lengths back, did not get a good launch on the bottom. But Timothy J. Moore will come down and pick up that bottom lane. Oscar Enriquez, not a whole lot of help outside. That was a hard rejoin from Wesley Parker. He really wanted to get down to the bottom.
It was almost as bad as Denny Hamlin this weekend. He didn't go early. He was just way out ahead.
Over 3 wide further back. It all settles out for now.
A new 54 trying to lead a lap here. Falkingham finally got his number.
At the line, that's a dead heat.
It was a tie!
Oh, jeez.
But it gave it to Falkingham.
So last season's champion leads his first lap of the new season. Gets that all-important bonus point. He won the title by 2 points over Michael Cozy Jr. So it shows you just leading a lap in 2 different races could have been the difference. Rod Flags looking at a little bit of 3 wide action. Garrett Delphin his outside, the 96 of Kevin Spencer underneath him. We know Kevin Spencer.
We got Spalding lapped traffic. We're 3 wide.
I wouldn't want to be down there after, this place has a history. On the front stretch, those pit entry barrels. Give a quick shout out to NC State, though. Kevin Spencer running a Final 4 paint scheme. This is Wolfpack made the Final 4. Incredible run for them. And he'll look to feed off their energy and get a really good result here tonight and pick up his first career win as well. So a lot of drivers still in this field yet to win.
It is an extremely violent corner entry. You see these trucks jerking all over the place. I swear they want to wad them up so bad.
The speeds of 240 miles an hour entering these corners. Let's go on board here with Kevin Spencer and just show you the transition we're talking about. And they slam the truck down onto the racing surface on both ends of the speedway. Speaking of Kevin Spencer, he is now your biggest mover at plus 23. Followed closely by your current leader, Tyler Lawman, plus 22 as he leads that outside line. He'll cut down in front of Timothy J. Moore to lead the bottom. That gets them all squirrely as they head into turn number 3. They do hang on to it for now.
Ooh, Swanson got wiggled out.
He'll go right to the back. No draft here is a death sentence, and he'll try and find a hole. He will in front of his teammate. Now we're wrecking because of it. Further back, Garrett Delph, Jacob Dunn, Jacob Roth, Travis Brown. Michael Frisch comes to a dead stop. Parker White again. And that was a total chain reaction from Joe Swanson hopping back in line. Let's take a look at it. His teammate Dylan Dreiling led him back in line. I think just further back, just a massive checkup. Or let's see here. Yep, just a checkup behind Dreiling. 3, 4, 5. 6. Newton. Oh, Tyler Gary got a piece on the inside line there. Let's go on board with Gavin Newton. He'll have a really good look at this. Traveling down the front stretch at 235 miles an hour, and that's not what you want to see.
Way to stay composed, though.
Had no idea where Jacob Dunn was going to end up at. On board with Jacob Dunn. Out of turn number 4, you'll just see this big checkup. The back of Oscar Enriquez, and then he really gets it. Big collision there. I believe that was Travis Brown. He's working to the low side, thinks he can make it, and Jacob Dunn eventually blocks that path. Let's take a look here at who got into the back of Dunn, took off the rear bumper. It was Garrett Delph. Jacob Roth gets a piece. Jack Mace sneaks through. Colin Forrester sneaks through. DJ Smith through the middle. Yeah, Gavin Newton did a very nice job squeaking through there. Anyone going to stay out and lead a lap? And it is Rod Flagg. League owner, a one-time champion. Will lead his first lap of the young season. Only 13 laps into it, 2 cautions. So looking like we're replicating the trends from the last race early on here.
Wish we weren't.
We can bring back some in-race interviews. Let's go talk to Jacob Roth. Got a little bit of damage under that last caution. Hello, here with Pit 3 gang, Dean Clavitt, Jacob Roth, Mo Perry. How we doing?
We're doing
fantastic.
No comment.
No comment from Mo Perry. Jacob Roth, got a piece of that last one. What's the damage like on that 27 machine?
I mean, I have full RPMs. I just went head first into a dude. Truck wouldn't turn. That was cool.
Dean Clavitt, you're kind of just sitting right here in this mid-pack right now. You come out 17th. What's the game plan here?
Survive. Survive and, I don't know, avoid the wrecks.
What's the best way to do that at iRacing Superspeedway? You have all this room, and you think, oh, it's going to be easy to get some laps in. But clearly, that's not been the case through 2 races, those 2 recent ones. So what do you think the key is to staying out of all this mess?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to hang in the back for, most of the race like I usually do. And if they wreck, just go high and pray.
Fair enough. You came up just short last season. You think you can put together another championship contending season?
Probably not, honestly.
Love the
I know, but we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of good guys out here, and that obviously they all showed last season they're pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna be another difficult season, but we'll hopefully we can put together a better season and get championship this time.
So looking forward to it. Good luck the rest of the way, fellas.
Thank you.
Yep.
Restart. Oh, come on, lap 15. Timothy J. Moore still out in front. Tyler Lonin will be alongside of him on the front row. AJ Green, Matthew Zwack, row 2. Oscar Enriquez. Matthew Zwack, row number 3. Excuse me, no, Zwack's row 2. Enriquez, Jorgensen, Newton, Swanson, Minter, and Spencer, your top 10. We have... What just happened?
What? Wait, what?
Oh, we got a... Oh, Mo Perry's wheel disconnected. Yep. Engine blown, immediately towing to pits. We just talked to him. He had no comment. And if he had one now, it would probably not be safe to air on live television. And he's gone. Yeah.
He left almost immediately. That is...
So that's our first retirement, our first last place of the season. Yeah, the wheel just disconnects hard left. After a promising qualifying run for Mo Perry, he'll end up dead last in 34th.
Is it too early to say championship implications?
Well, that's his drop week, 1 to 3 for sure.
Oh, we've got fighting already on the front stretch. 71 trying to get low there.
Trying to stick his nose underneath Mark Jorgensen Jr. He'll eventually fall back in line.
And we're getting squirrely at the front. Lawning all over the back bumper of Timothy J. Moore.
You can just see these trucks squirming a little bit when the contact is made. Lawnon now will try and lead that outside line, but he could very well get stuck 3 wide. AJ Green was having none of that. And as a result, leaves himself out to dry. And he'll go right to the back. That is not where... I mean, just look how quick it is. He was running second. And now he's 17th, 18th.
I mean, that is the difference between 203 and 230 mile an hour.
This track is just great, though. It's like, hey, I'm going 203 miles an hour, and you're looking at the 107% rule. You're so off pace, you're a hazard to those around you. He's whacked. 25 spots since the drop of the green flag. Now he leads the inside line. He's a 2-time champion. He went back-to-back in season 29 and 30.
Rigged seasons, by the way.
Now
Puffer zone seasons.
There's a little bit of a 4-car breakaway. Make it 5, but the inside line definitely had a little bit of pull there. Joe Swanson aggressively to the outside. That'll actually cause him to check up a little bit. And I believe that is Sam Watson all the way at the top. He's getting out of Dodge, dropping to the back. Corey Henry a little shaky out of the exit of 2. That's Hunter East right behind him. Fastest man on the track last lap was Wesley Parker, a 45.77. Top speed this race has been achieved by a host of drivers at 244 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Parker White squirrely off of the push from AJ Green there. Separate before they head into turn number 1. James Mendez on his outside.
We got a caution.
Yellow is out, and a couple trucks spin there down to the inside. I believe it was Scott Warren and Dylan Dreiling. So let's take another look. what brought out our third yellow of the night.
Might actually be championship implications. This was Tyler Gary.
Yeah, that one, don't know if it should have been thrown. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I think we could have stayed green there. No disrespect to Dreiling or Scott Warren, but we're well off the race surface. 2 cars. Let's see here. Take another look at this. Back it up just a tad bit. We played at a quarter speed. Tyler Gary makes a move to the middle. And then they kind of meet in the middle. He goes up just a tad bit. Scott Warren comes down. Jack Mace almost got right hooked into the outside wall. He does feel a little bit of a twinge there. Yeah, so Gary just puts it 3 wide, and the margins are so fine.
I don't think Gary intentionally put it 3. I think he got a bump there and had to take it somewhere. And just, like, everything came together. I don't know, maybe he was intentionally trying to send a 3.
I think he just realized he was about to get sandwiched. Maybe he saw how close Fish was in his mirror, and yeah, it's a little aggressive that early on.
I think that was an iRacing caution.
Interesting.
We doing iRacing cautions?
Everybody's coming down pit road except for Jack Mace. He'll get a bonus point. And will most likely come down pit road next time by. James Mendez, a lap down, will get the... I believe he'll get the lucky dog. He's the only one lap down, so he doesn't even have to wait for the wave around or anything like that. All 33 cars will be back on the lead lap. We've lost Mo Perry after a wheel failure. And there goes James Mendez. All cars still in the race on the lead lap. Matthew Zwack wins the race off of pit road.
Do we want to have a laugh here on YJ Media?
Laugh at what?
The Astros giving up 5 runs in the second.
That's pretty funny. I agree with that. That's hilarious.
To the Rangers.
You see, you hate it. I hate it for you.
Braves are losing to the Diamondbacks.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Hate to see it.
Turn into sports talk under caution. I hate cautions here. They're so bad.
Rangers are the best team in the state of Texas, though, so.
Lucky we're live.
I can get away with it.
I don't like you as a person. Oh. So, you're gonna have to fix wax.
Yes, I know. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it in all the code we have, so it'll be changed for next week. It doesn't take away from the fact that he is a 2-time champion.
It's just a little goofy.
It's a little font a little too big and the box a little too short. You know, you'll have that in the big jobs.
Apparently it's all of them. We're in shambles.
Yeah, it's alright.
I'm not alright.
The ticker looks good at least. Baby steps. Did Mendez not get his lap back and all of that?
I don't think Mendez is here. Has he reconnected?
He is here. I thought he got the lucky dog, but I guess he's still a lap down.
Oh, he did reconnect.
So my apologies for overestimating that he was, in fact, on the lead lap. 32 cars back to Garrett Delph.
He's a disappointment.
Biggest mover at the moment is Matthew Zwack, plus 24. Jack Mace, he elected not to pit. He last pitted on lap 12, so he is well over halfway through a fuel run, but he has this caution to save some fuel, and he just assumes there'll be another quick one, so can't say that I disagree. Was that the 4th caution or the 3rd? I think it was the 4th. I can double check though.
Got a little bit of contact on this front row. Coming out of turn 4.
So that was the 3rd caution. My apologies. Not the 4th. They have not wrecked 4 times, but only 3. Great jump for Jack Mason, that outside line.
Oh, we are 3 wide, Tyler Lonin.
If I was Mace, I would actually try and get in behind somebody and try and save a little bit of fuel. They're door banging in turn number 1 like it's Martinsville. I know it's a large paperclip, but they don't race like one. Yeah, the track map explicitly shows this as a paperclip looking kind of configuration, but no, it's not. Oh, Joe Swanson spun down to the inside. That we should stay green, and he'll back it into the fence. Let's take a quick look at what happened.
I hope your view is as good as mine. He was halfway inside Jack Mace.
Yeah. And then eventually it spit him out. He'll make light contact. If he gets a caution, he'll be right back into the swing of things. That's trouble for your pole sitter, though. That's just kind of a iRacing Superspeedway moment. You get what you pay for. You come to this beast of a Superspeedway, you get some funky things from time to time. The netcode just simply cannot keep up with 240 miles an hour. Gavin Newton, an aggressive move to the bottom side of the racetrack. Yeah, but if I'm Lonin, oh, Jorgensen, oh, huge netcode to Jack Mace. Did you see that?
Oh my God.
He got sent up 2 lanes. Jorgensen hit the apron, bounced up, and it sent Jack Mace to Narnia. Completely shot him up the racetrack. It's not actually the worst thing for him because now he'll be able to fall back in line in the draft, and he'll be able to save some fuel because we'll be having to pit here in the next couple laps if we don't get a caution.
When do we start bringing up driver safety concerns?
It was like the race in Talladega in the 1960s or whatever when the tires like exploded after 2 laps. The drivers protested and they brought a bunch of replacements in for 1 week. We're going to have non-union drivers at iRacing.
Could you imagine
going forward?
RODDCAR replacements?
Oh, man.
Where the cooties at?
Bring me Devin Lesnansky back, all right?
Lesnansky!
So we're making some moves back there. That's 56 of Oscar Enriquez moving up in front of Sam Watson. Frisch, top to bottom, and then back. Just ahead of Timothy J. Moore. Tyler Gary was making some moves to get to the bottom side of the racetrack. Wesley Parker leading that outside line with Jaden Carter in tow. We're looking to get back to the front, and then Lonin steps out of line.
Michael Chom would be the Keanu Reeves of replacements.
We're bringing in inside jokes to the public. They don't understand what that means.
Hey, Schmoopin was here for a little bit.
Was he? What a mistake that was.
You remember it? Like, that's where Schmoovin came from. He said, I'm making schmoobs. And then immediately a caution came out.
I don't remember him being here. I thought that was SRC, but oh well. There will be a discussion. The netcode here is desperately trying to kill people. Walkingham takes a peek at a line, probably just to get some air on the nose, keep the engine cool. And Zwack work well together. But here comes Tyler Lonin with help from Wesley Parker. Someone that's had a quiet night. I'm surprised to see it. Travis Brown, 26th right now. You know, he likes to get up and make some moves. He's a 5-time winner. He's just hanging out right now.
Saying quiet night from the loudest man on iRacing just doesn't sound right.
I'm sure he'll turn around at some point. I know he doesn't want to finish 26th. He's at least got to finish 12th. My pick to win sitting right here, 11th, essentially 5th on the high side. We'll take those. You picked Corey Henry, didn't you?
I did. He's back there 28th.
27th now.
Hey, it's just conservation.
Travis does have a little bit of right rear damage there. We can see from the onboard shot from Corey. But out front, this is the view you want to have. Leading this line of 32 other drivers behind you. Representing the University of Michigan, it's going to be a dead heat at the line between him and Lonin. Swack led by about a quarter of a car length there. It's enough airtime for the buffer zone truck.
Big fan of either of the trucks on the front rows.
Give some love to Rod. We'll give some love to Rod Flag. Got the YJ on the side of our car, and he signs our checks. So we'll just leave it on him and call it a night.
It is his lead. He gets all the airtime.
Makes our job pretty easy, doesn't it?
Gonna have to have a discussion with
Oh, trouble! Several cars exploding.
Oh, Travis Brown comes in late.
Jorgensen exploding. Travis Brown, his car is destroyed. I had the thought. I didn't even get it out of my mouth. I was just getting ready to say we had started to calm down. It's 2x2. That didn't happen.
Go watch that netcode.
The mere thought of me saying, "Hey, it might be calming down." Oh my goodness.
You see it?
Oh no.
It's so...
Oh, Travis Brown sideways on the apron. He had that thing cranked so far to the left.
He was trying to get away from it.
So we're gonna do the lovely far chase angle because that really just gives you the sense of how bad this is about to be. Just let the net go do its talking.
There was over a truck in between them.
So it's interesting. The first caution of the night was brought out by Mo Perry nailing the apron into turn 3. The fourth caution of the night is Jorgensen slamming the... I mean, he is so... It's just a wacky entrance. I don't know if he just... Let's just do this in quarter speed. Yeah, he just misjudges the entry. So that'll obviously wash him up the track. And right there... Contact is made to both Jaden Carter and Wesley Parker. And then he's still getting sent up the track because he nailed the apron. Parker White gets a piece. Jorgensen then off the wall. Who drove through him? Hang on a minute. That is Jacob Roth driving through him. Wild right here. A lot of smoke, and on his screen it looks a little different.
Hey, it is better to be lucky than good.
And Dreiling almost catches a piece. Dean Clavitt just barely misses this. And then let's go on board here with Travis Brown. He gets collected in this late. And yeah. Once you make that transition, you're kind of have an awkward point for him. He's just sees it coming back down the track, so he cranks a left, but they're just coming so quick down the hill. He doesn't want to slam on the brakes at 230 miles an hour. Let's get one more look here on board with Dean Clavitt. Curious though, if we go to Travis, oh, and then that is Hunter East losing it a little bit after the fact. So Travis able to drive away under his own power though. Jorgensen not able to do so. He's got Corey Henry all over him. And he doesn't want to slam on the brakes because Corey Henry is literally right behind him trying to push him back into the pack so they don't lose the lead draft. So that was just a really awkward situation for them. Kind of got caught out there. We'll see. You've got several drivers on pit road. Let's see who makes it out. As we are approaching the halfway point of this race. And I believe it is 32 cars on the lead lap. Jorgensen took the fast repair, and he's back out. A couple laps down. So I imagine he'll be taking it easy until he gets his laps back.
I mean, can we confirm James J. Mendez on lead lap? Let's
go talk to him. Here in pit 4, James J. Mendez, you finally back on the lead lap?
I am.
Good deal.
It's been a weird race, and I don't know.
What's the game plan for the second half of this race? It's been a wild one. What's your plan to get back up in the front?
I actually I had damage because under caution I may have killed Frisch because I looked away from my screen for about 3 seconds while we were all running about 180 because we were catching a pace car, and suddenly they all stopped. So it'd be like that sometimes, though. And I've been on the other side before, and it sucks. But it hurt me more than it did him because I really just hit him flat in the bumper and pushed it up. I meanwhile killed the front end. So.
All right. It looks pretty good from up here in the booth, so
it's hurt. It's it can barely hang really. So
if you got Jaden Carter and Garrett Delp with you, you might have a chance. So
we're trying to catch the pack. So
fair enough. Well, good luck the rest of the way, sir. Hope you get your damage fixed and you get back into contention soon.
We'll be in here.
He says he'll be there. We will be there in contention. They are. I think they catch the pack. Barely. Back underway, and a weird restart in the back.
Weird restart in the front.
Inside line has all the momentum right now. First man on that outside would be Zwack. Now, I believe it is Falkingham as they try and get reorganized. Travis Brown way up on the outside. He took a fast repair. He's back in contention. Jacob Dunn, no help in that third lane. We will eventually see a third lane form out of desperation in the final couple of laps. It's nearly impossible to make it work. But you do have the room, and we'll see somebody try and make some moves in the closing stages.
It'll work for Tyler Lyon about to get turned himself.
It's very sketchy going into turn 1. It's still not quite over. Oscar Enriquez, I think, saw that, willingly got up to the wall and said, "Oh, Matt Spalding." That's not what he said, but that's what we saw in the booth. Heck of a save there. Hang on, let's back. I want to see that again. They'll lose the draft, but let's see what happens here. Jack Mace gives him a little bit of a hip check there. And well held there. He'll try and work with Travis Brown. As the field blows by at 235 miles an hour down the front stretch. Now Jacob Roth leading the outside line. Tucker Miller behind him. Falkingham jumps up. That second
squirrely there again.
That second lane will consistently work on corner exit. You see it time and time again. Every time we come here, they get a decent run if they're tucked up well on corner exit. But on the entry, that low line extends just ever so slightly. If they don't botch the entry, if the inside line nails the apron going into the corner, then all bets are off, and usually someone's going to end up. Yeah, inside line has a lot of responsibility. So hold your lane like it's Daytona or Talladega or even Atlanta, but this is, if you hit that apron, you're getting sent at least a lane up. And you just hold on.
You see how high Parker White took to get the entry into turn 1 there?
They'll scatter off of 2. This is, this is as calm as it gets right here, this 2x2, but just due to the, I guess, the sensitivity of that apron, if you hit it at all, it'll be upended at a moment's notice. The sense of calm, orderly 2x2 procession we have right now. Procession. At the line, that would have been Parker White's race by half a car length. As we are past halfway, McGrath gets shuffled out of line. He'll go right to the back. As he can hop in front of Tucker Minner, not able to do so. He'll go from inside the top 5 to outside the top 20, potentially.
Scary thing to do when these trucks get shuffled, because then you have all that momentum from a new truck going into the lead truck. How are they going to be able to handle it?
Absolutely, especially if it's guys that haven't worked together well. Someone just runs up in there and gets a nice push. Someone might not be expecting it. At the front, though, all these guys work well together. They know each other, so we should see them control this race for the time being. Very capable drivers at the front. Actually, the first 6 drivers, all with a pro license, have taken part in either the Coke Series itself or they've advanced to the final round of Contender and whatnot. So very, very good drivers at the front of this field. They would like to control it if they can. Not always possible. Doing a nice job so far. Everyone's got 29. So give it 6 to 7 more laps and we might be seeing some pit stops. That's a very bold statement. I know it is, but there's not a whole lot of laps here on a tank of fuel, so I don't think I've ever seen green flag pit stops here. I would love to see it. Odds are we won't get it, though. It would truly shake up this race.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we have ever seen green flag pit stops.
Now that I've said it, I'm pretty, like, I know someone's about to wreck, so let's just keep our eyes. We'll just be mid-pack here with Dean Clavitt. They're going to wreck here.
I also clicked straight.
They're going to wreck in probably 3 laps.
Dean!
He botched the apron. Oh, man, he was trying to do it himself. He said, I'll take matters into my own hands. He don't want to pit under green, but, I mean, in all seriousness, you saw how aggressive that was. He hit the apron, and that thing shot up the racetrack. But if by some miracle we get green flag pit stops, they come off of turn 4 at 230 miles an hour, half the field is either going to get dropped or we'll just wreck anyways as we come onto pit road. So, under no circumstances do I see this actually paying off. I would love it, though. It would be so cool.
I do love that our first reaction of, oh, we're going to go watch for a wreck. We both clicked on Dean Clavitt.
He seems to have a magnet around his car or truck or whatever he's in. He's always involved in something, and we're getting real squirrely on the front stretch now. Lap 29, it's been 11 laps since, so, I mean, really, the next 5 laps we'll be really pushing for some of these guys. It's about half and half. Some of the guys topped off on lap 30, the rest of them lap 29, the first chance of asking, but we'll see. And look how close this field is. First in Tucker Minner all the way down to 31st is 1.7 seconds. So it's going to take perfection from these guys if they want to put in the green. The guys at the front would love it because they know what they're doing. They've worked together so well for so long. They could probably make this an 8-car race if they wanted to.
That happens, I'm gonna, pay Rod. Hey, throw caution.
Where's the fun caution? And just as I say that, though, Parker White, Falkingham almost getting disconnected there. Falkingham almost got underneath the 95 on the exit of turn number 2.
No, I am sad we had our race control taken away. We can no longer rig races.
Great shot.
Just put that out there. Make people think.
But they're tame for now. I'm just kind of waiting for it to explode, like it always does. But we're getting very close now. There's,
You really want to jinx it.
at this point, I'm trying to jinx it, like jinx the jinx. Get that nice old reverse jinx. Oh, they're gonna wreck. There's no way they put under green. Like I just want to get that out of the way. So. There's still 2 more pit stops because just how the fuel cell is built. So they pit now. Let's just assume they pit into this lap. They still have to make 1 more pit stop anyways, so this is not the end-all, be-all. where if it was Daytona, Talladega, we usually did about 22, 24 laps, give or take. They are catching lap traffic as well. It is James Mendez. He did say it's still hurting him, and yeah, it is. He is on the lead lap, so he'll only go to 1 down. And with green flag pit stops coming up soon, he might not be a lap down for long. We'll see if anyone in the top lane decides to try and force the issue and get to that bottom line for pit stops. Mendez will go all the way. I still don't know if the net code, if he's safe for net code. And here we go! We actually did it! Well done! It's just 4, and they all smoke it up. Drew almost loses it. Joe half spin. We did it. We actually did it. Those 4 get some sort of reward. I don't know, but that was pretty cool right there. It was very sudden. It even caught me off guard, and I knew it was coming. Holy cow, they did it. So we'll see what the response is from the field, and we'll see if any of these guys sped or what. They all locked them up coming in. So
Does anyone practice green flag stops here?
Nobody does. Here we go.
Jaden Carter says he's pitting in.
And here we go. Oh, there goes Garrett Delph. That was an instant turn down to the left. Three more cars make it AJ Green, Jaden Carter, and Colin Forrester. Delph, no shot. I mean, he just so far to the left instantly. Let's go on board here. Lap, but either way, yeah, he just got turned instantly. I don't know if it was a transition or if he had help. All these guys sped. Dreiling sped, Swanson, Drew, they all sped. Every single one of them. And look at this, all single file.
We got leaders coming in.
Oh, can they all make it?
They're 3
wide.
Locking it up.
Oh my goodness! They all made it! How in the world did they do that? Take another look. Somebody, oh, that's Travis Brown that nailed the inside wall. I gotta keep looking at this because this was the majority of them. Look at that. We actually made it. Holy cow, well done everybody. I'm so impressed.
Dean Clapp's going to come out of this leading.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, no,
Tucker Minner, second ahead.
Tucker Minner, and then, yeah, Dean.
The last 5 are in. We actually did it. That's incredible. They're all locking them up on the entry. This is a moment in history. Where were you? And by the way, pit entry's not the easiest thing in the world either. They're all, I mean, be careful. And Dean's going to be in the draft, but Dylan Dreiling, you'd say, oh, he's going to be the leader. That whole quartet sped coming onto pit road. So that is not for position. That is just simply to get back on the lead lap. And we have completely split up this pack. And it's probably what? A 15-car race, maybe 20 if these guys can get organized. Here comes the main pack through 1 and 2. There's who they're chasing, and it's all topsy-turvy now. Hunter East was the leader. There's past Kevin Spencer, and there's Hunter East. Nothing he can do. He's going 200 miles an hour. He's giving up 35 miles an hour to the leaders. But he should be able to blend into the lead pack, though. He's not out of it, so that's... He did pit in a group of 5, so... He should fall in. And it is at maybe a 23-car race as it stands now. We'll see if these guys Lonen's in 18th. He's 1 second behind this group, so it could very well be a 17-car race. They have to pit one more time. And if you're in the top 17, you're feeling really good about your chances right now. Especially because the pack's all spread out now. So everyone's just content to go single file to the last round of green flag pit stops. And there you go. You settle it amongst yourselves.
I can't believe what we've seen here today.
They're lapping Joe Swanson. They're going to catch this lap traffic, though. So that, I mean, that they very easily could get involved in some shenanigans here. Joe Swanson's holding the inside line. That breaks up the lead pack. So, I mean...
He's doing a little more than holding the inside line. He went up to try and side draft him, too.
That's your pole sitter. He's a lap down from the pit road sequence. Drew Joie, Mark Jorgensen going a lap down. And they're trying to blend in naturally. They're holding the bottom, making them go the long way around. And here's Jacob Dunn in third. He's got a couple of trucks between himself and second at this point.
Tucker Minner can work with Tucker Minner.
Tucker Minner is your race leader. Dean Clavitt second. Jacob Dunn in third. It's all topsy-turvy now. We got lap cars in this lead. Pat Drew now going down to lead the bottom lane. He's not for position. That lime green truck on the top side with the yellow 56 right behind it. Those are your two leaders. First car on the inside line would be Jack Mace in fifth.
Oh, Gavin Newton's going around.
Oh, Kenny, hold on to it. He's way up there. He's going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Caution's already out.
I think we could have let that go.
It's iRacing. Like, it is iRacing cautions.
I hate it. We could have let it go.
We just had to get lap cars there side by side, and Netco decides to take over.
Yeah, it's not surprising. We got the one round in green flag pit stop still. I'm happy. Yeah, Gavin Newton, he actually was on the lead lap. Net coded from Jorgensen, overcorrects it, backs it into the fence. And he did lock it down. He did a great job. Yeah, world class right there. If he hadn't, that second group right there is dead. Matt Spalding is dead. And DJ Smith essentially... You know, he's definitely killed. I need to take a look at DJ Smith right here. That was something else that he just did. He's drifting through this right here. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. So, with coming to 16 laps to go, do you double stop? And try and make it. They went 29 to 44. So they're right on the edge. They are very close. A lot of people want to stay out and get their laps back anyways, which is what Dylan Dreiling's doing. Timothy J. Moore, Swanson. They are now in position for the wave round if they don't pit next lap. They can also take the lucky dog, so they have options. Looks like Tucker Minner will win the race off pit road, followed by Falkingham, Mace. What happened to Dean Clavitt? He took tires on that stop. First man to do so. So he'll come out in 19th at the moment. 3 drivers stayed out. Tyler Lonan, Jacob Roth, and Jacob Dunn. And we're very close on fuel now, I think, because lights are still on the pace car, so that gets us to 15. Restart with 14 to go. You're right there. You should be able to make it. Especially if we get one more caution. So I think, especially if you double stop, you're in a really good position. So we'll see some guys at the back definitely come down and top off on fuel.
Yeah, so we're probably getting a couple more cautions. So
Now that the field's
top up now,
yeah. Now that the field's bunched up again, definitely. So all bets are off now. So I think they should be able to make it. We're gonna get probably 2 or 3. So Jacob Roth comes in. Jacob Dunn and Lonin continue to stay out. Interesting. Lights are off on top of the pace truck, so we will get the restart with 14 laps to go. And 32 drivers on the lead lap. Last of those, James Mendez, Mark Jorgensen Jr., the only driver a lap down in 33rd. And then Mo Perry out of the race, only did 6 laps before his wheel disconnected, sent him into the wall under caution and blew his engine.
it just sounds like a common Mo Perry thing.
And Jorgensen is only 1 lap down, so he needs 1 more caution. And he'll be back in contention so long as he's not in it. But the attrition has been non-existent except for Mo Perry, unfortunately. The top 2 have to pit again. First driver that's pitted on lap 52 would be Colin Forrester. Michael P. Frisch also pitted on lap 52, as did Dean Clavitt, Jaden Carter, Spalding, Spencer Watson, Newton, Gary, Smith, and Roth. And Roth is not even going to be close to catching up to the field here. James Mendez might not make it either, but here we go. Pace truck is off. Look at all the drivers that are on that inside line. That's everyone that double pitted. So here we go. Top 2 stayed out. Jacob Dunn gets a good jump. Falkingham all over the back of that 64. I expect that the 2 guys out front aren't going to find a lot of friends because everyone knows they stayed out. They have to pit again, so they're probably going to get bypassed quickly, I would imagine.
Or just let them be the ones to use their fuel up early. You know they have to get out of the way. Like, doesn't hurt to have them out there early.
Potentially. Lonin will come down.
Falkingham wants to go with them, but there is no room there.
So Falkingham leads the outside line from Parker White, Wesley Parker. Lonin leads the inside with help from Jacob Dunn and Tucker Minter and Jack Mace. AJ Green and Oscar Enriquez. Scott Warren also in the mix inside the top 10. Everybody's in the pack except for Travis Brown and James Mendez and Jacob Roth. Jorgensen's 1 lap down. He's in the pack. So anybody but those 3 can win it.
You know who else is in the pack? Corey Henry.
Corey Henry is 12th. My pick to win. Currently 5th.
I'm going to talk about that.
Oh, he does. Oh, he hit the apron. Woo, good save, though. Good save.
Yeah, keep talking about him.
Well, back to Corey Henry in 11th. Oh, they're getting squirrely coming off forward. You do not want to hit the transition. Those pit entry barrels, it's just a throwback. Also involving Mo Perry. Lonin and Dunn still leading that inside line. They will have to give it up at some point. It would be very unfortunate if this race were to go green. They'd pit by themselves. And they'd be staring at 31st and 32nd right in the face. Quickest lap of the race, Sam Watson. 45.68.
I kind of hope it goes green. Though I hope every race goes green. Just a preference.
That lap, it would have been Lonin's by 3/4 of a car length. Somebody's blinking there. I think that was AJ Green, maybe, that blinked once or twice on the low line. Let's go on board with Rod Flag here. Getting down to the business end of this season 32 opener, coming to 10 laps to go. Now we see that third line. It's finally made an appearance. It took him 57 laps, but Jacob Dunn actually has a couple of trucks lined up behind him. It doesn't last long, but they are feeling things out. Scott Warren, quiet night so far, but he's in position late, has kept the truck in one piece. Jacob Dunn now dropping back.
Tucker Minter was working that, second line there, had a run. Tyler Lonin went up to block it. Tucker Minter filled the space he left on the bottom. Now he's pushing P2.
It's going to be interesting in these final couple of laps, especially down the back straightaway. You're going to see some guys force the issue really, really bad. They're going to try and make it 3, 4, 5 wide. Those openings between that first and second lane, somebody's going to force that issue, because if you're third in line on the inside, you got nowhere to go, so you're going to force a hole and try and get a run wherever you can, try and win this race. So we'll see who makes that aggressive move 4 or 5 rows back. Lonin still has to pit, as does Jacob Dunn. So they will not be in contention if it goes green the rest of the way. 9 laps. 8 laps to the white flag to make the race official. And still just 2x2 for now, but if you're Drew Joie, Frisch, Timothy J. Moore, Spalding, you're not just going to sit here 9 rows deep in a 2x2 train. You're trying to get to the front. You're trying to win this race. At the line, would have pushed there. That would have been Lonin's race by a nose. Here goes Colin Forster to that third line. Nobody going with him yet. If you're in front of him, you're not willing to risk your track position. But if you're behind him, you figure, why the heck not? I'm already in 20th. So nobody inside that top 5, top 10 even, is really going to feel like that third line is necessary. It's going to come from way back in the pack.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a group of guys communicating with each other. I mean, like you've said, you got Drew Joie back here, you got Timothy J. Moore back here. Just takes them finding one other guy willing to go with him.
It'll be interesting what Lonin decides to do, because he's up here racing for, what would be the win, but he has it pitted. So, I mean, if he just runs it dry, does he just go high and say, whatever, I run out with 4 to go, and race is over? And so I wonder what he decides to do. Same thing with Jacob Dunn, although he's at the back of the pack. He could probably hit a little bit more easier than second place could at the moment.
I just have Tyler Lonin hook a hard left across everybody.
That would be a personal flagrant technical foul, is the words of...
I think that would be an instant ejection.
No review, you're gone. Biggest mover is your race leader, Falkingham, plus 23 since the drop of the green flag way back. Almost 60 laps ago now.
Oh, we're wrecking Wesley Parker Rod.
3, 4 wide. We keep it green for now. We keep it straight somehow. I don't know how they saved it. Oh, Wesley Parker. They all just bounce off of each other and keep it straight. Incredible stuff there from everybody to hang on to those trucks. It does separate the pack a little bit. So now Wesley Parker's
pushing.
out of it. DJ Smith is out of it. Rod Flag, Delph maybe out of it. So we're trimming the fat here a little bit. Jacob Dunn has to give it up. Lonin hit it on the same lap as him, so really he's got to come in probably this lap or next lap. But he's leading this race with 5 to go. He's gonna drop down to the bottom, and I expect he'll be in this time by, but he's gonna get turned from Falkingham in front of the field. That's Oscar Enriquez. Oh, that's Kevin Spencer late. Rod just barely misses it. Caution is out. Jacob Dunn's going to come out a hero in all of this. He let it pit again. Yeah. Well, we said that Lonan was going to have to maybe force the issue in pit. That's exactly what he did. And Falkingham just got right into the back of him, right or wrong. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. He tries to duck underneath him, misjudges it, gets into the left rear. Oscar Enriquez killed Frisch spinning. Jaden Carter spun. Jorgensen killed as he's a lap down. That's could be race for him.
Killed.
Drew Jawan says, take a look at his POV of this. So that's exactly what we'll do. Right. Oh! I was going to say right through the middle, then it gets even worse. That's Dean right off of his nose. Watch the spotter here. How do you call this? This is actually a great POV.
I can't believe that Drew doesn't go with Dean there. Because, like, Dean's, like, his entire quarter panel is on his nose.
Yeah.
I think a little bit of netcode saved Drew there.
Let's just watch this play out in all its glory. Lonan gets turned from Falkingham. Parker White evasive maneuvers. Oscar Enriquez nowhere to go. Frisch gets turned from Timothy J. Moore. Enriquez down the hill into Jorgensen. Dean sent up the racetrack. Who is... Oh, man, somebody... Hang on. Somebody absolutely just got annihilated further back. I mean, they got right hooked into the fence and everything. That would have been... That was Kevin Spencer. What? That gets hooked from Gary coming down the racetrack into Lonan. Look at Rod Flag, Delph, DJ Smith nowhere to go. Parker to the high side. But I do want to go back to that one view from Drew. I just wanted to see who had gotten hooked there. That was Kevin Spencer, so we'll just let this play out. And we'll see the rest of it. Yeah, but Enriquez coming back down the hill, obviously truck destroyed at that point, into Jorgensen. And Drew going up, Frisch getting turned, Spencer getting hooked. Jaden Carter getting turned there late. DJ Smith also getting involved late. And Rod and Delph going right through the middle of it all, right at the tail end of this thing. So Jacob Dunn pitted the half a lap before that, and he'll end up 10th. He gets his track position back, and he's got plenty of fuel to make it. So this will be a green-white checkered, and you can already tell the leaders, the top 9, all pitted on 51 or 52. They are very questionable on fuel. Especially if we get more overtime restarts. It is unlimited. They have to do one lap. Last season, there were 7 overtime attempts.
I forgot about limited attempts.
We could be here for a while, folks. We'll bring in Mr. Rod Flag himself to make the announcement as we head into... We'll just let him make the announcement.
RODDCAR! Overtime! Hell yeah!
First one of season 32. Thank you, Rod. RODDCAR overtime, unlimited attempts. This one is natural, I believe. And it is, yes. They'll take 2 to go 67, yep. So a natural green-white checkered attempt.
Another fun fact. It is now 10-0, Texas Rangers.
Whew. You're getting cooked, my boy. Rage losing though as well, so that's what it is. What it is. But here we go. lights are off on the pace truck.
Oh, Bears are tied. In the bottom of the ninth.
Jack Mace, Parker White, your front row. Zwack, Corey Henry, row 2. AJ Green, Scott Warren, row 3. Matt Spalding, Hunter East, row 4. Colin Forrester, Wesley Parker, row 5. Rounding out your top 10 for what could potentially be the final restart of the night. Tucker Minner, though, Falkingham, row 6. Drew, Frisch, Gary. A lot of powerhouses in the middle of this field. So we'll just see here if we could even get the one lap in. And if we don't, your top 9 are probably going to have to come down and pit.
I have a little bit of faith. We can do it.
One lap, right? It's
One
long,
lap.
It's long straightaways. You think I'll just hold the wheel straight? It's going to be in the corners. We'll see if they make it through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. Pace truck is off. Parker White, the control car, picks the outside line through the Geico restart zone. RODDCAR overtime is live, and Scott Warren did not get going. Immediate stack up. Here comes Tucker Minner to the low side. Jacob Dunn trying to block. It's too late. Already 3 wide before they even get to turn number 1.
Tyler Gary leading that third line. He's going to have help from Tyler Lonan.
And they fan out instantly 3
Dylan
wide.
Triley.
Tyler Gary actually making that third line work. There's a huge bottleneck, so it is going to work. Zwack trying to get in line. Nothing doing. And Scott
Buckingham
Warren
leading that third.
nearly
We're
turned. There
wide.
goes Rod in the back. Way at the back. Rod flag. We stay green. 4,
Drew
5
Jawal.
wide. We're bouncing off each
Corey
other.
Henry,
And it's
Tyler Gary, and it's over.
It's gone. There we go. Gavin Newton, Sam Watson, Drew, Delph, Forrester, Mendez, Roth, Spencer, Timothy J. Moore. And the field situation just got even worse for that top 9. Although there was a lot of the guys in it. So here we go. What in the world? Are you going to tell me to pick this one out? Oh, that was... So, how in the world...
I believe this starts with Drew Jawal. He gets a big run, just sends it straight into the back of Colin Forrester, and that causes all of this.
All right, here we go. And so, like I said, you see all this space is used. There, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. And we'll just slow this down because it's a lot at once. Almost 5 wide at times. Drew gonna hit Forrester in the right rear. It gets him squirrely. And now we're 5 wide. Drew comes up into Frisch. Frisch into Corey Henry. Henry into Tyler Gary. So there's your initial chain reaction. Then Drew back down into Forrester to finish him off in the right rear. Gavin Newton nowhere to go. Tyler Gary and Forrester up the hill. Jacob Roth nowhere to go. Sam Watson spinning up ahead. And actually, after this, Wesley Parker gets into Garrett Delph, turns him around. Jaden Carter gets a piece there late. And so that was the huge one. The guys at the front of the field, they think they're okay for now. Still haven't come in. But obviously some of those guys involved in that wreck, so they're going to have to pit. So it's just now the top 5 and Corey Henry that are not okay on fuel if we continue. How about Hunter East? He's
Bad. You right reared him.
Hunter East has had 4 career RODDCAR starts before tonight. He's currently 2nd, so he could pick up his 2nd win in 5 starts. We'll see if he can get it done.
Bad timing. Had like 10 mile an hour on the driver in front of you, brother.
So let's take a look here. Parker White, a 10-time winner. Let's take a look at the stats of these guys running up front. Hunter East, 1 winner, 1-time winner in 4 starts. Jack Mace has never won. Matt Spalding has never won. AJ Green looking for his 2nd career win. Tucker Minner looking for his 5th. Lonin has never won. Falkingham, your champion last season, has never won. Corey Henry, a one-time champion, multiple wins. Hasn't won in a while, though. He did win the Truck Tour a couple of seasons ago, though. Dylan Dreiling, 1 career win, and it was a big one. The Draft Heart 300. Jacob Dunn has never won. Gavin Newton looking for his 2nd win.
Can I get an asterisk next to Dylan Dreiling's win?
You're still upset. So Joe Swanson has never won. He was your pole sitter here tonight. Dean Clavitt looking for his 3rd win. Jaden Carter is 3rd. Oscar Enriquez, 8 top 10s. Looking for that all elusive first career RODDCAR. And we'll just go through the field here as we get ready for the restart. Kevin Spencer, 19 top 10s, no win to show for. Jacob Roth, trying to double his win count. Timothy J. Moore, incredibly hot start to his RODDCAR career, looking for a win to cap it off. Frisch looking for 5th win. Scott Warren, a 4-time winner. Black, 2-time champion. Sam Watson, 1 win. Rod, the league owner, a 1-time champion, hasn't won in a very long time. Would love to break that streak. Garrett Delph, a 1-time winner. Travis Brown on pit road, or DJ Smith in his 2nd career start on pit road. Tyler Gary, 2-time champion, out of it. Drew, out of it. Leslie Parker, Colin Forrester, and James Mendez trying to catch the pack. We'll see if they can even get in contention and catch the pace car. That is the field and their relevant stats. As we get ready for the 2nd RODDCAR overtime. We have officially gone past our scheduled race distance.
How dare they?
And it is 29 cars on the lead lap. Drew will get back going in case there's another one. Tyler Gary on pit road for 4 minutes. DJ Smith for 5. They're out of it. And Mike Jorgensen Jr. also out of the race officially. So 2 retirements. 2 cars on pit road for multiple minutes. And we're back underway. All the lap cars did catch the field. I think Garrett Delph is severely wounded, though. So make it 28 cars battling here for the win. Delph is dropping off the pack. So it's 28 cars that have a shot at it. So we head through 1 and 2.
None of them wanted to be in that outside line. Everyone was trying to get down.
They're beating and banging. Falkingham gets AJ Green. We stay green. He's dropping like a rock. Nails the inside wall. No caution. Now we're going to have one. There's the whole field exploding. Yellow is out again, and those drivers that haven't pitted, they're going to be on fumes. Both times, down the back straightaway, chaos as they go 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide. Kicks off with AJ Green. Falkingham just comes back up and gets him. There's a huge checkup leaving turn 2. Getting a little bit of help there from Tucker Minner. So he spins down to the inside.
Ooh, I think Tucker was also on his bumper to pull him back up, too.
And I think this was Lonin that gets
Lonin was kind of like in between.
That gets this one started. So here we look at this, though. I need to slow this down just because there's so much going on this track. Gavin Newton splitting the middle 3 wide. Look at the closing speeds here, though. That's Spalding and Tucker Minner getting together. There's, I believe that is, Gavin Newton that does no contact. Dean Clavitt right there. It actually is just a tiny bit ahead of this. Jack Mace and Hunter East that kind of kickstart it. But the 10 gets into Hunter East, which then puts him into Jack Mace, who gets wrecked from 2nd. That's got to be a pretty sinking feeling back up the track. Dreiling nowhere to go, and they're about 8 wide at this point. Oscar Enriquez nowhere to go. Falkingham can't check up in time. Corey Henry through the grass. Dean with a big collision. This is the same race where we had green flag pit stop, so it just shows you how quickly it turns.
New race leader. Your pick to win.
Tucker Minner. Hey, now Parker White, he was leading this sucker. Was not involved in the accident, but he had to pit for fuel. That gives new life to Drew Joie. Dean Clavitt, big repairs needed for that 56 machine. Tyler Gary and DJ Smith, for all intents and purposes, are out of the race, even though they're still on pit road. So give us... I don't know if Dean's can make it back out, honestly. So give me tentatively 29 cars remaining. Go talk to the last one we haven't. Let's go talk to Jacob Dunn. Jacob Dunn, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. What's going on?
You're sitting P5 right now. You were off sequence with the fuel. You had to pit with 5 laps to go, and then they immediately wrecked. Gave you all the track position back. You missed the last 2 wrecks, and on our 3rd attempt at overtime, you're sitting P5 in a good position.
Yeah, I don't know how I got here, but we'll take it.
What's the game plan to bring home a win tonight?
To be honest, man, I really don't know. Everybody's shooting every little gap there is, so protecting the bottom is going to be big. Just, you know, keeping holes closed and kind of managing the runs.
Well, good luck out there. It looks crazy on track, so wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
And that right there sums it up. I mean, there are guys just, if you give them a centimeter, well, you're done for. They're going to force their way through that gap. Dean Clavitt is still on pit road. Will be a lap down here, so Colin Forrester gets back going. So it is 29 cars still running. And just as I say that, Tyler Gary left for the pits after 8.5 minutes of repairs. So at a bare minimum, it leapfrogs him ahead of DJ Smith. But this will be his drop week anyways. Because he is 5 laps down, and if he gets back on the lead lap, we're gonna have some issues. But here we go. Everyone's now good on fuel. I picked to win leading this sucker. Yours back in 22nd.
Hey, mine was right by yours.
Hey, I picked the man that will do whatever it takes to get a W. He very well, most likely, will also find himself wrecked before the end of this race.
I mean, you never really want to be first place after the white flag. Unless you are first place by like 10 seconds. Because everyone else, but that's not going to happen.
Right, so yeah, look at the top of your ticker. Colin Forrester should be able to catch up. 29 cars on the lead lap. Dean Clavitt on pit road. Tyler Gary running 5 laps down, though he is on the racetrack. Yeah, Clavitt and Smith on pit road. Jorgensen and Mo Perry out of the race.
Clavitt, a disappointment.
This is the, what did I say, the 3rd attempt at RODDCAR overtime. Pace truck takes the hard left-hand turn down pit road. Field is in tow with Tucker Minner.
3 machine already out of line.
As he enters the Geico restart zone. He said he was committed to protecting the bottom, and I guess he was showing that right off the rip there.
Tucker went real early there. He's going to have a lot of momentum coming at him.
It's pretty tame through the front stretch. Once they get up to speed and they fan out on the back straightaway, all bets are off. We'll just wait for the chaos. Joe Swanson.
And here it is, Rod flag.
Rod out of control. He does save it. We're back up front. There goes Dreiling. Can he hold it up against the wall? I think so. Tucker Minner loose. 5 wide. Back up front, it's Lonan leading the low line. Joe Swanson leading the middle. James Mendez, no help. Hunter East trying to get to him. Caution is out. And why? Why did it come out? Why?
What are you two doing, you bozos?
Drew and...
It's netcode. God!
Him and... Oh, man. It was completely irrelevant to the race. And no offense, Tyler Gary, you were 5 laps down. Just park it. That was the most unnecessary caution I've ever seen. Drew was out of the lead. Draft, Gary was 5 laps down behind the pack. That wasn't even netcode, though. That was... at least on my screen, they came right together.
I thought I saw netcode, but yeah.
They just wrecked each other. That was silly. So, Drew, you just got the opportunity, and you wrecked immediately, and Gary, I mean, I don't know what the point of that was. That was silly. All right. That was... Yeah, he's 5 laps down. I don't get it. Brutal. 4th attempt at RODDCAR overtime coming up. Looks like we're going for the record from last time. They just have to get 1 lap. I mean, I think these guys, like, hey, if you get 1 lap, you can settle it, but they're not even getting to that point. Hey, Braves walked off the Diamondbacks. Travis d'Arnaud. 2-run homer. Oh wait, it was a 2-run single or a 1-run single. It hit the wall, so that's fine.
I don't like it here anymore.
Fair enough.
Oh, we're coming back. It's 10-2.
I chuckled.
We just have to score 8 runs right now.
Is it the bottom of the 9th?
It's top of the 9th.
Oh. There you go.
We are the away team.
8 runs right now.
8 runs right now.
So it's interesting. Lonnen and Jacob Dunn were both dead with 5 to go. They were off sequence on fuel. Now Lonnen's leading this race, and Dunn is in 6th. It's funny how that works out. Yeah, but they just get on the back straightaway, and they go 4 and 5 wide, and it's just, there you go. Right? I mean,
The fact that wasn't even a caution is just mind-boggling.
yeah. Man. Yeah, let's go back. There was something that happened even before this. Massive checkups coming off turn 2. Sam Watson gets hit into the rod. Oh, and I forgot about that. That's what happened to Dreiling. He gets... Frisch hits Joe Swanson, and Joe Swanson turns his teammate inadvertently into the wall. I actually agree with the no caution call, as unfortunate as it was for Dreiling. He actually just kept it pretty much straight. It's essentially as if he got shuffled out of line. And then obviously we had the Tyler Gary Drew Joie incident that finally brought out the caution as they were getting ready to head off turn 4. I understand why this is happening. It's all the mindset of the drivers at this point, because they consistently were doing 6 to 8 laps. They even had a 14-lap run in there at one point for the green flag pit stops. But the 2 to go sign clicks on in their brain or wherever it is, and they just like, well, we have to go 4 wide immediately. We have to make a move. We can't just sit around and wait anymore. So it's that urgency, and it's tearing up a lot of race cars.
This is where we just, be thankful they're all virtual and we don't actually have to pay for them.
The repair bill is through the roof for some of these guys.
We haven't gone crank it up once during this broadcast.
We have not. We've had a couple of static shots, so. We don't actually have a dedicated crank it up camera just because there's no actual cameras for this one, so I'm glad nobody has one. But here we go. It's Lonnen and Minter row 1, Swanson and Frisch row 2, Zwack and Dunn row 3, Mendez and White row 4, Enriquez and Falkingham round out your top 10. 4th attempt at RODDCAR overtime. Pace truck is off. Field in tow with Tyler Lonin. 29 cars on the lead lap. We're back underway. I'm curious as they head off into turn 1. Who will not learn from the previous 3 attempts and just wreck everybody on the back straightaway? And it's already Lonin with the aggressive blocks on Minter.
All done is loose.
Hunter
Mendez
East nearly took out Falkingham there. Here we go. Mid-pack. Who's going to do it? 3 wide. Spalding up top. Wesley Parker, no momentum through the middle. I don't see anyone bouncing off of each other yet. Yet is the key word.
haven't gotten into 4 yet.
Spalding, I thought he was going to go top to bottom. They just got to get off of 4, and we can have a race to the finish here. Just keep on, keep on, keep on. We got a blinking truck. They're doing everything to deny us.
Trying.
Travis Brown, 4 wide in the back. Swanson gets turned. We make it. White flag in the air. It doesn't matter. They're wrecking big in the back. And Parker White's going to get turned up front. Hunter East into the wall. They're continuing to wreck. I think we got 10 trucks left in it. Tucker Minner on the high side with help from Zwack and Falkingham and Mendez. Who's left? It is a 15-car show as they head down the back straightaway for the final time. Zwack making a move to the bottom. Now back up top to pick up Falkingham. No help on the bottom. Zwack's going to have the run out of turn number 4. Here we go. Last time off of 4. Final run to the line. We're going to be 3 wide. We're all wrecking. Holy cow, Tucker Minner. And Zwack wins it.
What just happened?
What? And it's another topsy-turvy, good lord, topsy-turvy finish at iRacing Superspeedway. Zwack tentatively wins it. Lonin and Falkingham on the podium.
Tucker Minter was a Beyblade there. What the?
And he'll finish 20th. Oh my goodness. And it's just a ping-pong effect. Oh, he gets that angle. It's the same angle. He lost a left front tire. He gets hit across the... He does finish the race. It goes from 2nd to 20th. Here we go with Zwack. Let's just watch his white flag lap. Swanson's going to get turned. They're all wrecking. We lose the back half of the field here. Parker White's going to end up turned. And I think this is just, yes, a netco with Falkingham, Hunter East, Carter, Spalding involved. So then we're left with about 14, 15 cars down the back straightaway. No help on the bottom. 4 cars pushing like heck up top. Zwack's going to get clear, makes a big move down to the bottom, dummies him, and gets up in time to pick up Falkingham and get that help. Zwack and Frisch and Lonin all bouncing off each other, and then there was nobody left. Dead heat for 2nd goes to Lonin. Off of 4. Tyler Lonin's pushing. The front 2 rows doored each other. Tucker Minner's all out of control. Frisch tries to shoot the middle. He's getting nailed from the 64. That gets him up into Falkingham, down into Tucker Minner. And then it's an accordion effect right there. And that's... Ooh, boy. And they all wreck behind him. Let's go on board with Tucker Minner as he's coming to the checkered.
You really want to make people sick?
And hang on to your hats or your dinner, your lunch, whatever. Gone! Holy cow. He does finish the race on the lead lap, though, so... He's got that going for him, but... Back... live with Zwack parked on the start-finish line. And we have him in the waiting room.
Not what happened.
Here with your race winner, Matthews Whack, opening up season 32 in style. It took 4 overtime attempts, but you were the last man standing at the end. Talk me through that last restart and what you had to do to put yourself in position to win.
Yeah, I think we pit on like GWC 1 or 2. I don't know. I can't believe I won though. Yeah, I need to look at the restart to be honest. I just remember being on the bottom and you had to get up. That was the way the lines were moving, just the way the gear was. The bottom was not getting clear. So I was lucky enough to get up, and I was barely, I think, to chop Parker. And from that point, I was just pushing until I could make a move myself, and I was able to just get Tucker far enough out where he was in a really bad spot and couldn't do much at all. So, I'm happy for myself. I feel bad for everyone involved, though. I up front, generally clean. I had a good time with that, and it was nice to get a win. Coming back where we left off here, my record on YJ is infinitely better than. It's funny how much better.
It's not even like a coincidence anymore. You just naturally do better, right?
Like 80% of my RODDCAR wins are you guys broadcasting. It's nuts.
And a championship. One of your 2 championships was with us, so. It's good stuff. Quickly talk me through that. We had green flag pit stops at iRacing Superspeedway. How was that?
Well, yeah. So there were a couple of us talking, and I threw out pitting early, and we didn't go through with it. It just ended up to where like it was me, Parker, and Falkingham, and we were all on the line on the bottom, and we figured that us 3 could pull harder than any group that pit, and that was not the case. If we kept going green, because we had to pit one more time, we would have 100%, I think, been one of the first ones in. Pitting early was definitely the key there. Anyone who did that got a huge boost. And taking tires, that was a difficult decision, because you don't wear tires much, but you can lose a ton of time on that apron down there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was I was really happy to see that. It was the first time for us, so definitely an interesting aspect to this race, and threw in a wrinkle towards the end of this thing. But congratulations on another win. Great start to the season, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, well, this is the first time I think I've been on here as a Coke driver, so I can thank Nitro Circus guys. Appreciate them. They're on the truck. Got to thank the University of Michigan. Huge national champions. Eat it up, any other team. 15-0. But yeah, teammates, had a good time. As always, love Rod. Love you all. Thanks for putting it on. We'll be championship hunting, trying to go for number 3.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you.
What a flex. Coke Series flex there.
Seriously. And let's go ahead and get your second place finisher here. Tyler Lon in the 64 machine. Off sequence with the fuel, got back into it through, what ended up being 4 overtime attempts. What'd you see on that last lap and coming out of 4?
Cars in front of me, unfortunately.
Yeah, third in line on the bottom, but what would you have done differently coming to the white flag to put yourself in a better position?
Never trust Joe Swanson again.
Fair
Fucker
enough.
needs to fix his internet.
Yeah, he was the one that had gotten spun to kick off the last lap, but yeah, nevertheless, a great result to kick off season 32. You started all the way down in the 23rd position, I believe, or 22nd, and come on with a podium finish to kick off season 32.
Yep, one of these days I'm going to win one. I swear. It's been like 3 years. It's getting pathetic.
And this is your 12th career top 10. I'm not sure what the top 5s come out to, but add another one to that column as well. So, just keep putting yourself in position, and eventually one of these days you could potentially get into that elusive win column.
It's getting ridiculous. I'm so mad right now.
So close, but yet so far. But nevertheless, still a great points night. To kick off the season. And we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Puffer Zone Network for me giving them free advertising.
Yeah, I hate to see. No, I'm just kidding. We ran a good race, so glad to see you up there, and we'll see you next Friday.
I guess I couldn't sweep LCQ and the dang race. That sucks.
Too much to ask for, but good, great finish, and we'll see you next Friday.
See you next
Yep.
week.
Here with the third place finisher Daniel Falkingham. His title defense is off to a good start. Had our notes pre-race. Interesting to note that you were the champion last season without a win, so I'm sure you'd love to break down that win column and get that first one off the board and then just keep clicking them off. But so close tonight. What'd you see coming to the checkers on that last lap?
Yeah, just a lot of beating and banging. Like I made a move to the outside of Zwack there, but Zwack managed to stay clear of me, so I was just stuck behind trying to shove him through 3 and 4. And I felt Frisch. I think Frisch was getting turned into me. We were all wrecking, banging doors, but thankfully I was able to keep it straight, and we were able to get to line third. I was involved in a lot of crap the last 15 laps. Just getting driven through, getting wrecked. I got into a few people, but like it just seemed like there was like some misalignments, a lot of racing deals out there, but. Thankfully, we had a fast pair. We were able to use that, and we were able to avoid the rest of the chaos after that. So glad we had a good finish out of it and a good start to our title defense. But man, I'm just trying to get a win at this point, man. It's really hard. But of course, friggin' Matthew Zwack here comes in and says he's undefeated on YJ Media. So we gotta change that.
But yeah, talk me through quickly. We had green flag pit stops tonight. Was that something that people were really prepared for, or how did that shake down? Because it's the first time we've seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I was interested to see how that was going to work out. I was surprised we even got to a green flag stop, but it seemed like everyone did it really well. Yes, we got our packs broken up and stuff, which I think is normal. You see at a Superspeedway. But I think for doing it at our Superspeedway, we're going from like 230 mile an hour all the way down to like 60, 65. I really do applaud everyone for doing a good job with that. Like, it was pretty clean. There was really no contact. I had a nice little pit entry coming to pit road there. Almost spun it out. Had locked up the tires quite a bit, but other than that, it was very good and very well executed. So definitely applause everyone there for doing really well on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a good result to kick off your title defense, and we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting this season. Congrats to Zwack on the win. And I wanted to apologize to Parker on that last lap. Me and him had a horrible net code going into one, and he got the worst end of that deal. So apologize to him for that. But yeah, thanks to Rod for all he does, and hopefully we can go win ourselves another title. But long season to do it, and hopefully, and like I said, good way to start out.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you very much.
Let's see who's left waiting on us. We'll go talk to Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's in the waiting room.
We'll bring Sam Watson into the YJ Media booth. Sam, you had a topsy-turvy race, caught up in a lot of stuff early on, and ended up rebounding to P8. What'd you see on those last couple of laps?
Pure chaos, man. I know Rod said that if you finish top 10, you get to come run your mouth if you get the opportunity. So I figured I'd take it because, I can only do it so much. But I mean, that was crazy. Just everybody going for one hole, it seemed like. So crazy night, typical night in RODDCAR, but that was nutso.
Yeah, absolutely. Picked up 20 spots from where you started, so ended up being a very eventful night, obviously, and picked up a lot of spots late.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll be the last one in. It's kind of funny how that works, but I didn't load in until 1 minute till the grid. So, it's nice to be left out after what happened in LCQ, but crazy shit. Just appreciate you guys doing this and taking the time. I was like, I'll take the opportunity to get around my mouth if they'll let me.
Absolutely. We appreciate the insight. Yeah, but like you said, making the most of the opportunity. Last one invited, and you get a top 10 out of it.
Hell yeah, man. Thank y'all for what y'all do.
Absolutely. We appreciate the kind words, and hope to see you next Friday.
Will do.
And we got Jacob Dunn. I think that might be everybody. Here with Jacob Dunn. Did a pretty decent job of closing off the holes, like you mentioned, and not letting anyone force you into a really uncomfortable position. Ended up P9 here tonight, so a really good start to your season.
Yeah, man, a great start to the season compared to the last one. Finished 24th, I believe, last season, and I'm looking forward to this one.
And absolutely, but yeah, definitely with 4 overtime restarts and all the chaos that went on, it's got to feel good coming out here with a P9. You cross off iRacing Superspeedway, and then you can move into the the traditional Superspeedways the rest of the way.
Absolutely, especially after the cluster we had here last time. Man, I was leading, coming I think to the one of the last restarts, and just couldn't hang on fuel wise, and had to come down, and then we decided to go green the rest of the way. But yeah, I'll take a top 10 to start the season off.
Absolutely. Well, one more quick question: what was the consensus on the green flag pit stops, and I don't think that was in anyone's playbook tonight.
Definitely not. It was very sketchy jumping down off the banking like that. I mean, slamming the truck down off the slight incline, is always sketchy at high speeds. But I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm proud of everybody. It went smoother than I thought it would.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a solid top 10 to kick off the season, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you, sir. See you then.
Alrighty. Drew's got his mic muted, but he's the only other one. But that was the opener to season 32 iRacing Superspeedway. Let's pull up the race results. Arts, your final thoughts?
I mean, I loved it. Love seeing, at least a green flag pit stop anytime we can do. RODDCAR. Happy to be back in the booth for Friday night RODDCAR. And, looking forward to, finishing out the year. At least I think.
Absolutely. It's going to be some good times ahead. And looking forward to it. The results are as follows. Matthews, Wack, Lon, and Falkingham. 88 hundredths of a second separating your top three. As we head down all the way. We ended up with 29 cars on the lead lap. Gary, Clavitt, DJ Smith. Incidents down the stretch left them out of contention, and then Jorgensen and Perry caught up. Perry had a wheel disconnect, and Jorgensen caught up in a lot tonight, so they'll be looking to rebound next week. As we head to next week, it will be the Daytona in the next gens, so looking forward to that. And real quick, Drew says he is here, so we'll let him get a word in. Drew Joie, your thoughts on tonight's season opener?
I don't really know. I feel like I caused a wreck, and then I don't know what happened with Gary. He said it was netcode. I kind of just got turned. So I don't know. It is what it is. But I felt like we had a chance. We were trying to save fuel, and Wesley Parker was making aggressive moves and wrecked people, and then we wrecked down the back there. So just not much we could do. Never really got the track position I need, and it just goes back to we can't really, unfortunately, do anything with the RPMs being the way they are, and that's my biggest complaint because it's so RPM dependent, and you're literally having to lift down the straightaway to not hit the chip, especially saving fuel. So it is what it is. I'm glad I like the next gen here, but with the low fuel in the gears, it doesn't really mesh well. So excited for next week. Hopefully we can make it out of the LCQ, but just a bad luck tonight.
Yeah, next week, next gens at Daytona. We know that's a combination that suits you well, so hoping we get to see you next Friday.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Yep, you too. All right, and that is everybody that stuck around to talk to us. So we'll call it a night here. Appreciate everyone tuning in for our first broadcast of the season. We'll be live next Monday night for the Affinity Racing Series as they head to Talladega to recap or to close out their regular season. And then next Friday, next gens at Daytona. Hope to see y'all there. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday night.